welcome to every movie I've ever seen. This is a special Flashback February edition, where throughout the month of February, I'm going to be talking about movies on the anniversary of the day they were released. The movie that I'm going to be talking about today is Hitch. This was released February 11th, 2005. So this is, 16 years old now? Quite a while. This was actually my first time ever seeing this movie. It's a movie that I was always aware of. I think the trailer for this was probably on a DVD for a movie that I've seen a lot of. I don't know really what it was. I mean, if this movie came out in 2005, maybe the movie's released in 2004, so it's put on a DVD for a movie that came out 2003, because, if it's a 2003 movie gets a DVD release in 2004, hypothetically. So a 2003 movie, sometime in that era. Maybe one of the X-Men movies? Potentially, not Spider-Man 2. That seems way too... Spider-Man 2 is like 2002, I believe. I know the first Spider-Man was 2000, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it's some movie I'd always seen this trailer for, and I never watched it. I never had like a reason to watch it until today. It's 16 years old, and I'm doing it for the thing, so I watched it on Showtime. Because that's one of the streaming services I have, apparently. I think it comes with my Spotify. I think I got like a bundle, like Hulu, Spotify, Showtime. Which, I like Hulu enough, and I really do like Spotify. That's probably my favorite app I have. I use that a lot. That and maybe Netflix, I suppose. But yeah, so this was my first time watching it. I gotta say, it was pretty good. I would say. I was kind of surprised that this movie does have a lot more going on than you would think. I'm really itchy. My hand. I got bit by something. But anyway, there's a lot more going on in this movie than you would think, based on the trailer. The trailer just gives, the very general beats. He's helping out. He's trying to help out Kevin James, and meanwhile, he's got this own girl that he likes and he's having problems with, but there's a whole lot more to this story. The girl that Kevin James likes is a famous celebrity, and the girl that Will Smith likes is like a tabloid journalist who's like snooping on them. I don't know. There's all this like connections and some other familiar faces in this. Michael Rappaport has kind of a small role in this. I feel like he might have been in some deleted scenes, because after watching that, I just rewatched the trailer for the heck of it, and there was a scene with him that wasn't in the trailer, specifically where he's talking about the girl he likes to Michael Rappaport's character, which I believe that character is married to Will Smith's sister in this film. Potentially. Maybe they were roommates in college. Because he talks about that when he says, like, the last time I lived with someone was my roommate in college, and then he married my sister. And so I wonder if maybe that was supposed to be Michael Rappaport's character, and you got a little bit more of that in deleted scenes. I couldn't find those deleted scenes online. I did find a deleted scene in which he runs into his college sweetheart, ex-girlfriend, whatever. Which, if anything, that honestly felt like it could have been kept in the movie, because I was watching the movie and I did honestly expect that whole storyline to come to some kind of conclusion there, him running into her at some point. Or, maybe he would mention like what happened to her more recently. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Nothing special, nothing all that original or anything. But yeah, you know, Will Smith is usually always good in whatever he's in, except Gemini Man. Apparently, heard that wasn't all that good. And this is still like good. Kevin James, he very much has a type of character that he plays. If you watch this, it's very similar to what he's doing in King of Queens, which is a good comedy. But I feel like eventually, at some point down the line, maybe he hung out with Adam Sandler too much, but he kind of falls into the bad, not funny comedy, like the Paul Blart stuff. And you know, he's still doing. It's just small. There's the small. Uh, there's the small differences in that. You know, this is a little bit more subtle. The modern Kevin James humor is Fat Man Fall Down, and that's not really funny. But yeah. So it was interesting. It was interesting seeing this movie after so many years of, knowing about it at least, and seeing the trailer. It was never anything that I had ever planned to see. And it also wasn't like the reverse of that, where I was like, I'm never going to watch this movie. This movie looks stupid. It was just like, this movie exists. I'm aware of it. It's one of those, I mean, am I the only one who has those? Just like trailers for movies that you see frequently, and they're always like in the back of your mind. I believe there's some Adam Sandler movie, Spanglish. I believe, like he hires a maid or something. That might have been on the same DVD with the Hitch trailer. It that is Spanglish is sounding like a Spider-Man 2 trailer. Which that would make sense. Spider-Man 2 is a movie that I probably watched on DVD quite frequently. Spider-Man or one of the X-Men movies. And there's that trailer, Lucy in the... No, Across the Universe is what it is. It's like a Beatles movie. It's not about the Beatles, but like a whole bunch of Beatles songs are in it. I want to say... I can't think of the guy's name. He kind of looks like Logan Lerman, but he's like older than Logan Lerman. I believe he's British. He was in like 21, that card counting movie with Kevin Spacey. I saw that, I think. That's another trailer. Across the Universe. But yeah, it was a good movie. I guess I suppose I'm glad that I finally got around to watching it, had an actual reason to see the film, I suppose. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about Hitch.